And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
A first carry now. This is Williams. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A deep ball for Dotson. That's caught at the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
They're going to look to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
He'll get it up the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after. Pickup of only a yard.
Good.
Prescott now on second down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
He'll drop to throw. Pass incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gun. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Let's bring it.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
The point after is good, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Here you go.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
3-19! 3-19! Leopard! Leopard!
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight 1st down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Washington! A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, the spin. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 36 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that play is able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And now running right through it. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Oh, refusing to go down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete here.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd down, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 46 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. It's caught right side of turns. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Prescott on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin, his second touchdown on the season, and the Cowboys cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point right down the middle, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Raymond now on the return. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain. Half on is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 48.
Prescott to throw it. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play here for the Cowboys. 47 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Prescott. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, well, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
On second down, Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Taco Charlton in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Austin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Prescott from the gun. And he's got it to Hearns. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas 1st down. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
41's the will. Swing to the field, right.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
It's brought in by Dodson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to... And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point safely through, and the lead now stands at 13. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. They've got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see The offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Going right side, he has Witten. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack. Yeah,
when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Hot. Hot.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right? And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Raymond now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Jones now to throw on 2nd down. Ducks him with a grab over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Jones throwing on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll hand it now to Geis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. His throw incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now Jones. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the quarter. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you want to be known as dependable to your quarterback, that's what you have to do. Go into the middle of the field, know the hit is coming, and catch the football. And that's exactly what he just got done.
And defensively, a little deflating to be able to lay that hit and not have the ball pop free, right?
No doubt about it, because your goal defensively, knock it free so that they say, okay, guess what? We're not going to throw it in there anymore. Now, they'll still continue to be aggressive.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down. time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Jones operating from the gun. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says, body.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he is all the way up past the 25. Intended that time for Cooper. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Jones off the play fake. Dancing to his left. A deep ball for Dotson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride is kicked in. Made a terrific play.
A deep ball for Dotson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Washington, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on